$1 million grand prize prop firm tournament starting tonight. Grand Cup 2. Stocks crashing, bonds cracking, oil back above $100 a barrel. How should we trade this tournament? Are you in the tournament or are you out? There's a lot to go over tonight. Let the games begin. Okay, Clifford, the 25-year trader, back with another Sunday night futures market open. And what a futures market open it is, because tonight is the start of the Grand Cup 2. And unless you've been under a rock trading for the last, two months, I would say, they've been promoting this like crazy. It's going to be an awesome tournament. It's actually my first prop firm tournament ever. I'm actually somewhat new to prop firm, so I'm pretty excited to jump in here. So there's a lot to cover in this video. I'm going to try and just break it down quickly into sections. We'll cover the tournament real quick, and then we'll cover the markets and maybe some trading strategies for the tournament, and then then we'll go from there. So all right, so first things first. If you're new to trading, this is a great way for you to get experience. I mean, although you're going to be trading against the top traders in the world, you can learn a lot, and it's free to enter. So basically, this is Tradeify Grand Cup 2, $1 million $1 million grand prize pool here. $200,000, I believe, to the champion. That's like first place. But then there's all kinds of other prizes too, and there's like these bounty hunters for 5,000 each or 10,000 each if you knock them out. So it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of excitement around this tournament. I have no idea what to expect. I've never actually done a tournament before. I have passed a few prop firm challenges, never got a payout because I didn't understand the rules, but now I do understand these prop firm rules. So you need to understand the rules if you're going to do these kind of tournaments. So, all right, let's just dive right in real quick. So what are they giving us? So basically, the rules here are they're going to give us $50,000 to start. There's two stages. The qualifier stage, which is the first one. That's like the first week. If you haven't signed up, I believe you might still be able to sign up, possibly. I'm not sure, but anyways, you have until Friday to qualify. And to qualify, basically, you have to be one of the top 1,000 traders to move into stage 2. Now, here's where I just opened my account here. Again, it's free to enter. Anyone can join. Leaderboard is this guy here. He's already got 5,000 something dollars on the board. That's great. Good for him. And as you see, there's like 34,000 traders in the tournament right now. I don't even know where I am. I haven't placed a trade yet, so I'm sure I'm not even in the board yet. But anyways, so here's the deal. You get 50 grand, right? It's a demo account. But don't look at the 50 grand, because the thing with prop firms is you're not getting this. If you're new to trading, the first thing you need to learn is that the prop firm gives you what's called this, a drawdown. EOD stands for end of day. That means so the drawdown is $2,500, meaning if you lose $2,500, you are out of this tournament, game over. You could trade one mini futures contract or 10 micros. You get 3 resets. I think they're $29 each, which means if you blow the account, let's say you hit that $2,500 drawdown tonight, then you're allowed to reset it up to 3 times before Friday. Stage 1 ends Friday, so you have to be one of the top 1,000 by Friday. That's how that works. Then there's a round 2. Now this is the one with the bounty hunters and the millions or 200,000, whatever. We'll talk about that next week. Let's now again, my strategy right now is probably going to be just survival. How can I possibly make it to one of these 1,000 traders, right? And you know what? If I do, I do. If I don't, then I don't. It's either way, it's going to be fun. And that's what this is about. Having fun with it, getting education out of it, and a little competitive edge never hurts too. All right, so where am I? This is my leaderboard, right? How do I refresh this? Player name. Well, let me see here. Okay. Oh, I guess it's going to tell me. Oh, here I am. Okay, so here I am. Sorry. Rank 2046. Not good. I need to be 1,000. But again, I haven't even placed a trade yet. But as you see, here's my balance: 50 grand, trailing drawdown 47,500, meaning can't lose 2,500 bucks. Now, if you're new to futures, I'm going to tell you right now. Let's say I go to buy, I don't know. Let's say I go to buy one of the stock indexes, right? I believe that, maybe that's a good play. I go long the stock index. As soon as it drops 50 points, the ES futures contract pays about $50 a point. So if I'm going in with a $2,500 drawdown and the market moves $50 a point, as soon as it hits 50 points, done. I am blown out, and I could reset it for 29 bucks. So that's way too aggressive. Although some people may try and do the all-in strategy, I don't think that's the smartest way to go. What I might try and do is, me personally, take the $2,500, maybe split it into five, right? So maybe risk like 500 a trade. That way, and do micros. Maybe do like 5 micros, 6 micros. That way, if I'm wrong, I only lose 500 bucks, and I got 5 chances to try and grow the account. And remember, I don't have to be number one. I just gotta be in the top 1,000. Meaning, if one guy has 3,000 profit and he's number, 999, and I have 300 profit, 350 profit, whatever, I make it. I'm 1,000. I move on to stage two. So that's pretty much how the tournament works, and hope that helps some of you who are new to trading prop firms. I'm going to make a lot of videos in the futures about in the future about prop firms, because it's really like taken over the industry by storm. I mean, everywhere you go, everywhere you look, prop firms, prop firms, prop firms. Don't risk your savings. Risk our money instead. Use our money instead. So it's blowing up, and I think regulation is actually coming to the industry too. Supposedly, they want to make us live traders in the market, but in the beginning, they put you in these simulations. So, but again, that's another video. We're not going to talk about the basics of prop firms today. Just wanted to hit you with the tournament real quick. And whoever's in the tournament, wish you the best of luck. Okay, moving on to the market. Let's talk strategies. So, first of all, this week is not that big of a week. I mean, today's Sunday, here's Monday, right? What do we got? British pound coming up, CPI, Canadian dollar. If you're trading the currency market, I would definitely watch that. Australian dollar. Now, this is a big one here. FOMC minutes. Whatever they say could definitely influence the market on Wednesday. And again, we only have till Friday to qualify. So what else we got here? European flash PMI. That's definitely going to affect the euro. 8:30 a.m. Thursday, we got unemployment claims, some flash services here, a little couple numbers here. Nothing really big except this one here. Whenever you see red, that's big. So definitely FOMC minutes, whatever they say in that report, is going to send a big move, I'm sure, through the market Wednesday, May 20th at 2 p.m. All right, so that's what we got on the calendar this week. Let's talk real quick now about last week. Last week was really bad, man. I mean, look at this. So we know stocks had a huge rally, and I'm all for the bull camp. I was bullish. I mean, I think how some of this rally had to do with AI, a lot of it earnings and AI from what I read. But whatever, that's all good news, right? But no, it's not good news. Why? Because the elephant in the room here is actually oil. Look at this. Whatever these peace talks are doing, I don't know what they're doing, because oil's still above $100 a barrel. But if that wasn't enough, the worst part of what happened last week is this. The bond market smashed above, the yield on the 30-year bond smashed above 5% for the first time in over a year. This could send serious shockwaves through the market. So this is going to be a tough tournament to trade, because basically, if we have a war trade going on again, do you really want to be buying stocks right now in the middle of not only the Iraq war, but also we got the inflationary war? Look at this, bonds crashing. If the bond market's crashing, that means one thing, inflation. That means the Fed is not going to cut interest rates, which is bearish for stocks. And with a 5-year yield on the 30-year bond, that means we're in an inflationary environment there, and that could actually really take a lot of momentum out of those bull market sales on the next rallies. So that's where we're at. So if we're back in the war trade, I think the best way to maybe trade this tournament is look for where the smart money is moving. So in my opinion, right, we know oil isn't it doesn't, and I mean, unless there's a major freaking peace talk like this week and you know the war is over, then oil might drop $20, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. So if oil's back above 100 right here, that's the line in the sand that I'm watching. I think for this tournament, because a lot of people are going to be trading stocks, the ES, the E-mini, S&P 500 futures, NASDAQ futures, right? Dow, whatever, Russell. But you could also trade crude oil. You could actually buy these dips. If this thing drops to 100, it might be a good buy. I might try and play one of those, maybe like a micro contract. The micros, crude oil has micro contracts for like $100 a point. The big crude oil futures contract is $1,000 a point, so you definitely don't want to open one of those with only a $2,500 drawdown. But you could definitely do like a micro, like maybe risk $500, risk like $5 in oil, buy on the dip here, right? And then you target some nice highs. You probably make $1,000 if it rallies, $5, $10 in the future here. So that's one trade. Another trade I might look at, because it's an inflationary trade and the war trade, in my opinion, was sell stocks, sell bonds, buy the US dollar, and buy commodities like crude oil, and even this one here, wheat. You could actually trade the wheat market in this tournament as well. They offer commodity futures too. So maybe if wheat pulls back to this support level here, I might buy the dip in wheat. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for the bull market in the stocks. I don't believe in shorting it necessarily. I would buy a dip, but for me to buy a dip, it's got to drop to like 7,300. Now, if I look at a 5-minute chart, I look at resistance up here at 74.70. If I get a close above 74.70 on the 5-minute candle, I would probably buy a dip in that, because that means that somehow they're working out a peace deal. And if the bond market calms down, maybe, okay, yeah, then maybe I might buy the dip in stocks. But if the sell-off continues from last week, this thing could easily drop to 7,300, and that's nothing. That's only a 3% correction. And if you say to yourself like, oh, 3%. Really? Well, it's nothing. Look at this. Last time, look at this. This is a correction here, 6% on the S&P, right? Look at these little dips. I mean, this is like a 4% correction. So 7,300 is nothing. I mean, the market could drop to 7,300 probably while we're sleeping. But that might be a good buy, Definitely, I might consider. I wouldn't buy the dip right away. Again, I would hit the 5-minute chart and then see if the resistance levels get broken after it hits 7,300. That way I have confirmation that the market wants to move higher. So, yeah, that's where I'm at for this tournament. And I really think it's going to be fun for sure. Most importantly, if you're trading it, have fun. If you're not trading it, I mean, why not? Sign up. It's free. What do you got to lose? The worst thing that happens is you learn about how these tournaments work. And that's about it, pretty much. Again, to summarize, for this video anyway, there's going to be a lot more videos covering the tournament next week. But for now, for the basics of this video, I think the best way to go is maybe not jump in right away unless you want to take a shot. And then if you take a shot, but then you're wrong, you might end up blowing the account. You're going to have to pay $29 to reset just to get in. And if the others get too far ahead of you, then it's kind of like, you may shoot yourself in the foot there. But then again, I don't know. This is my first tournament. I'm kind of like new to it too. So, but that's what I'm going with. I think I'm going to look at commodities, maybe buy a dip in oil if it pulls back, maybe buy a dip in wheat if that pulls back, and possibly a dip in stocks, but only if I see the bond market start to pull back a little, because this is really bad news. This is, I mean, this 5% yield on the 30-year bond is that really could possibly cause recession fears in the future. So we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But anyways, that's about it for the video. If you guys, again, just in summary, the goal this week is survival. Can I survive to make it to round 2, right? So that's about it for the video. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, subscribe, put your comments below. Look forward to seeing all of you in the next one. If you're trading the Grand Cup, I wish you the best of success. And let's let the games begin, guys. Have a great trading week.